Action is that we recognize that we have an opportunity to do something very special here with 26 Republican state senators. That it's time to move forward and to act quickly as we move into this new session.
With the largest number of Republicans in the Senate in Missouri's history, I know this was one of the issues of debate within the caucus. Is there going to be an intention to make greater use of PQ to stop filibusters in the Senate from stalling action?
Well, I want the Senate to continue to be a place where we have deliberative debate, that we analyze things thoroughly with legislation. I don't think the number of senators and the diversity is in any way a weakness. I think it's actually a strength. And when you look at this group of Republican state senators, I have the utmost confidence that we can work together and work in detail and craft out 4 to 5 priorities that we want to get up and going early and send to the House. Manufacturing and other industries to stay strong and be successful.
Senator, you are an attorney, and one of the things that House Speaker designee Steve Tilley brought up yesterday was that he was interested in substantially altering the Missouri Non-Partisan Court Plan. Now, and that issue got stalled in the Senate in 2009. Is that something you'd be willing to pursue, and not only willing to pursue, willing to break down a filibuster if possible?
Well, I think it's a little premature to talk about breaking down filibusters at this point. I think that the Non-Partisan Court Plan is a plan that has worked well in a lot of respects. However, I think there are areas that we can look at and improve the court plan, which was implemented many years ago. It's not my plans to do away with it by any means.
Rob, I want to just be clear. You weren't just chosen by consensus. There was, in fact, an election, right?
There was an election,
and you were a candidate, and Senator Engler was a candidate, right?
That is correct. There were 2 candidates,
Okay.
Senator Engler and myself, and the vote was taken, and I'm honored that this caucus selected me.
Does your choice indicate that the Senate is wanting to take a more conservative approach as opposed to a moderate approach in the policies it puts forth this year?
I think that to a degree that is correct, that there is a conservative bent now to this legislature, and I say that conservative in that I think we all are in agreement, and I don't classify any of these senators here by any means as being left of center, but I think we all share the desire to see more jobs created, to create a climate for business that they can be successful. And I also believe this group is really sincere in wanting to continue to put forth a budget that this state can afford and live with. And we understand that we're going through challenging times, and that we have in the past made education a priority in our budgeting, and we want to continue to make it a top priority because we think it's important for the future economic development of the state.
Senator, the Senate Appropriation Committee hearings have already been posted.
Your caucus told me a few weeks ago that we're either going to pass a fair tax or we're not going to pass anything this year. Is that a hard line that you are willing to adopt as the leader of the Senate?
I believe it's important for us to have some very healthy discussion about the fair tax. I believe that the fair tax is a concept that holds a lot of promise for our state, and it's worked in other states. But in saying that, I guess it's the attorney coming out in me. I believe that there's a lot of details that have to be worked out before this caucus or before the citizens of Missouri would be comfortable with that policy. However, I think we need to begin the discussions and really give it some serious time on the Senate floor. Of course, that'll be determined much by
With that job climate, do you think it's important to make Missouri a right-to-work state?
David, I believe that it is. I believe that it is important for Missouri to become a right-to-work state because all the states that border us, with the exception of Illinois and Kentucky, are right-to-work states. Now, in saying that, I understand that we have a ways to go to educate the general public and probably this body that right to work needs to be passed today. But when you look at the manufacturers that have located in other states. And when you talk to people that have worked in the Department of Economic Development, I know that Senator-elect Richard has a keen interest in economic development, as do many of these other senators. And they will tell you, as will DED, that whenever these car manufacturing facilities that looked at Missouri and considered Missouri, one of the reasons that they have not selected Missouri is because we're not a right-to-work state.
Are you